to talk a little bit about Californication. David, with your character, he's pushed and pulled into so many different dark corners. Talk about a little bit about the challenge of keeping him sympathetic and keeping the audience on his side.
Well, thankfully I don't ever have to think about that when I'm doing it. It's something for Tom to really think about when he's creating the stories. But I think early on we just decided that this guy was a truth teller and that hopefully people would follow him even when he was telling truths that were ugly or self-serving, whatever. So that's always been kind of the keystone for us, was making sure Hank tells the truth, and hopefully that would be sympathetic. And I think that's the way I always go about it.
What about Tom? What do you think?
I mean, I love the guy. I created him. He's my favorite child, so I've never worried about anyone disliking him. I've been more worried about keeping him interesting.
Tom, there was just so many great guest stars. Talk a little bit about some of the folks that you brought in.
This year we have Carla Gugino, who she is playing Hank's criminal defense attorney. Rob Lowe playing an insane movie star named Eddie Nero, sort of an omnisexual movie star. Tommy Lee's making a cameo, playing Tommy Lee. We have a young theater actress named Addison Timlin who's going to be playing Mia in the movie.
The character, as you followed him along this odyssey, I imagine every new season brings different challenges and opportunities. What surprises have you found in this character? Maybe some of the things that you didn't see when you first started on this journey.
Well, I think what's changed for me is in the first season, maybe the first season and a half, Hank was definitely the most chaotic force of the show. And then it seems like everybody else around him has gotten more and more wild as the years have progressed. And I find it interesting that Hank is now sometimes the voice of reason in the show. So I find that to be challenging and interesting.
So this question is for Tom. Since Hank Mooney goes through so many different changes and women, is it written from different experiences from the writer's room?
That is an excellent question.
There's a lot of experience from the writer's room. I have a lot of 20-something writers on my staff who are out there dating, who are unmarried, and they're willing to share their stories, so I appreciate that. But a lot of it is wish fulfillment, too. So, there you have it.
Will we see more of Madeline Zima?
Yes, Madeline is in 4 episodes of this season, so she's back for more.
How did you come across Hank Moody? Did the writers come to you, or did you go to them?
Yeah, I think I'll let Tom answer that. It came to me. I wasn't necessarily looking to do a television show at that time in my life, and the script came to me, and I just thought it had the kind of humor that I associated with films from the 70s that I really liked, a certain kind of humor that I thought I could function in. And so I met with Tom, and take it away, Tom.
Long story short, Californication started as a screenplay that I wrote very much thinking about the anti-hero films of the 70s. I was thinking about Hal Ashby, and I was like, where is Warren Beatty today, or Jack Nicholson? And it was a terrible screenplay, actually. But the first 60 pages, my wife told me were great, so it became a spec cable pilot. David read it at some point. We had lunch. I thought the lunch went terribly. But then 2 days later, he had sent me this long letter telling, basically at the end of which he said, this thing is keeping me up at night. Next thing I knew, we were negotiating, and it's been a dream come true.
Yeah. For me usually means I'm about to do something.